When I was 18, my parents disowned me for choosing art school over the family car dealership. My dad ripped up my Parsons acceptance letter and told me never to come back. I left with $2,700 and spent my first years in New York surviving on diner shifts and a tiny shared room. My mom whispered on the phone, but never helped. Dad was always listening. By my third year, I started selling small design jobs online. After graduation, with no family at my ceremony, I built a design agency from scratch. 5 years later, I had 15 employees, international clients, a Brooklyn apartment, and a company later valued at 8 figures. My parents had no idea I existed anymore. Then my sister Emma found me through Instagram. She said our parents had seen my agency featured in Business Insider, 7-figure revenue, Manhattan office, photos of me. Dad turned pale and suddenly wanted to catch up. I agreed to meet them, only to learn the truth. His dealerships were failing, debts piling up, and he wanted $850,000, almost the exact cost of the art school tuition he refused to pay. When I told him no, the old cold anger returned. They begged, argued, even showed up at my office until security removed them. They never knew I'd already created a college fund for Emma, so she wouldn't suffer like I did. Soon after, my mom visited alone. She returned my grandfather's watch, the one he gave me when he told me to follow my passion. She admitted she'd been too afraid to stand up to Dad. Their situation was worse than I knew. Bad investments, losing the house, dealership failing. I felt pity, but not enough to fix everything for them. I set up a medical-only trust to help with health bills. Not for them to spend, but so Emma wouldn't be trapped caring for them alone. Weeks later, Dad had a minor stroke. His dealerships were sold. Their big home disappeared. He sent me a shaky handwritten letter admitting he'd been wrong, not asking for money, just acknowledging the truth he'd fought my whole life. I eventually visited their small condo. My father apologized in a way he never had, admitting he'd equated success with control and fear. I didn't forgive him immediately, but the wall between us cracked. Over the next year, we formed a careful relationship. Occasional dinners, updates, Emma acting as a bridge. My agency grew. Emma joined as a business strategist. My mom started volunteering in art therapy. My father began mentoring young entrepreneurs, telling them not to crush their children's dreams the way he had. At my Chicago office opening, he stood in the crowd, leaning on a cane but watching proudly. He hugged me afterward and said, "You did good, son." It didn't erase the years of pain, but it was a beginning. Today, my company funds scholarships for art students whose families don't support them. The kind of kid I once was. The first scholarship went to a teen whose father, a car dealer, swears art is a waste of time. The check was signed by my dad. People ask if I've forgiven my parents. The honest answer, I've accepted them. I broke the cycle. I built a life defined by passion, not fear. My father lost everything trying to control the future. I built everything by letting go of the past. We're not the family we used to be. We're something rebuilt, imperfect but real. And maybe that's all a family needs to be.